Meanwhile, you're always about women's business, always talking about the sisters, always talking to the sisters. They've got mahrams, they've got walis, they've got their guardians, and it isn't you. I mean, I hate to use their terminology, but this is about the most beta thing you can possibly do. Always in the women's section. And the irony is that these are the same ones who are endlessly droning on and on about masculinity. Meanwhile, you can't do the basic thing, the most basic thing that men do as men, which is to ignore women. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean that in an obnoxious way, but women have their world, their sphere, and men have their world and their sphere. But meanwhile, you're always trying to weasel your way into the sphere of women, under the guise of nasiha, under the guise of advice. But you're just like a peeping Tom who's trying to justify why he's doing what he's doing by saying that you're just trying to check up on the sisters to make sure that they're safe. No, it's not your business. The men are over here, brother. Meanwhile, you keep sliding your way back to where the sisters are. And this is very disrespectful. It's very insulting to their walis. I mean, let's take this offline, Let me catch you on the street talking to my wife or talking to my sisters about how they shouldn't go out, or they shouldn't go to the gym, or they shouldn't go to school, or you don't like the way they're dressed, or what have you. I wish you would. You better hope that that red pill you took is a painkiller, because you're going to be dancing cheek to cheek with the concrete. Yeah.
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Woo! Get your life, get your life, get your life. Baby, I got my why you can serve my mind. Baby, feeling me, that's why they killing me. Lately, get your life. Get your life, get your life, get your life. Baby, I got my why you can serve my mind. Baby, feeling me, that's why they killing me. Lately, get your life. Run up when you see me, no disguises. Keep that thing with me, cause I don't do surprises. J Chanel, show and tell, all facts, no lies, triggers. Get your life, cause I'm the type to come to it at 9 quick. Eyes on me, what you care for? Watching me, baby, care for. If you ain't a fan, where the cameras? Hide in the back with the bellboys. My circle so restricted. Hands raised like it's your religion. When I sleep, pay close attention. Fake friends out here pretending. Get your life, get your life, get your life. Baby, I got my why you can serve my mind. Baby, feeling me, that's why they killing me. Lately, get your life. Get your life, get your life, get your life. Baby, I got my why you can serve my mind. Baby, feeling me, that's why they killing me. Lately, get your life.
Focus there.
Watch them cause they after me like a pot of gold. I'm not for play, ask Keisha if you don't know. I'm a little bit cray-cray, approach me, you better be right. If you don't come correctly, you can catch these hands tonight. Eyes on me, what you care for? Watching me, baby, care for. If you ain't a fan, where the cameras? Hide in the back with the bellboys. My circle's so restricted. Hands raised like it's your religion. When I sleep, pay close attention. Fake friends out here pretending. Get your life, get your life, get your life. Baby, I got my why you can serve my mind. Baby, feeling me, that's why they killing me. Lately, get your life.
Get your life.
Get your life, get your life, get your life. Baby, I got my why you can serve my mind. Baby, feeling me, that's why they killing me. Lately, get your life.
Get your life, boo.
You're listening to Classic R&B Jams with your man, DJ Music, Chucktown's best old school mix. See.
Good morning, good evening, good night, and good afternoon there, ladies and gentlemen. It's your nighttime, right time DJ Music. Hey there, Candy Kane. Hey there, Kennedy Pizarro. How you doing? Y'all folks, give me a 1 or a 2 down in the lounge there if you folks can hear me. Give me a 1 or a 2 so we'll get started with today's episode of the Chop Shop Live. Yep, loose nigga roundup. I got time to say it now. Listen, we've been warning you about these folks. Well, as I know ever since I started hearing about the passport dudes. Let me turn down my background music. We've been warning you people about this. Now here we are. Day before Christmas, and all through the house, all these passport niggas is scurrying. Yep, they're running, they're hiding, they're trying to eliminate themselves being in contact with this dude that we're about to talk about. Too late. On over Brazil, shorty snatching, as they call it, snatching up little children, paying for them, gets caught on a hum. When they say down here in the United States, if you see something, say something. Somebody saw something. But the thing about it is somebody saw something long before this. And I'm talking to the supporters of this animal that we're going to talk about. Somebody saw something. He was recording this stuff for a reason, not for his own pleasure. He was recording it to send it back to his supporters. It's this thing that they call, and I hate to have to try and mince my words because of the censorship of some words that you have to say, but sometimes you just got to say it and hope that it don't get censored. This thing that they call pedophilia is real here in the United States. Now, I hate to go on the political spectrum as well as the personal side of it, but we see what's in front of us here in the United States. Black folks are front and center right now, especially with this Nikki Manaj shit. And if we have time, we'll talk about that later on. DEI. You're having Jasmine, you're seeing folks calling Jasmine Crockett ghetto, the vice president of the United States, calling a highly educated woman that's a seated member of Congress ghetto. We had white women run around in blackface. And now we got to contend with this. How do you defend this when white America and everybody else, the whole world is looking at us now because of one nigga? And I keep asking y'all this, and I'm taking the quote directly from a soldier story. Do y'all know the damage that one ignorant Negro can do? Do y'all know what's going to go on here? First and foremost, there were several clips that I wanted to look at. Several folks talked about this, but I got to start with LTTV because that's where actually I saw the breaking news over at LTTV. So let's go ahead and start there, folks. Again, if you have some little folks in the room, if you got some folks that are sensitive, you might not want to watch this stream. That's why I put out wow, that's all I can say about this. This is going to be hard to stomach, folks. But let's get to it.
For a long time. Yeah, that's it. Germany. That's it. Keep your hand on the board. We felt beyond welcome. Facebook pages of German dudes. You're being arrested for child exploration by the police of here. Okay? That's it.
Yes, he did, Candy Cane. Shout out to LTTV. Great job.
Yeah, LTTV, Blow Talk with LT, back at it with another video. Now, let's get into this. Okay, so Passport Bro Floyd. Y'all know Floyd. Out here in these foreign countries dusting it up. Floyd was arrested in Brazil. Let me get the details because this is absolute filthy work.
Filthy.
He was arrested in Brazil for, he's accused of raping and sexually exploiting children in Rio de Janeiro. Breaking news, Passport Bro Floyd arrested. Here's the video.
Now, with all that's going on right now with this Epstein files, do you not think that somehow or another that Pam Bondi and Kash Patel is not going to try and flip this? This is an international incident here, folks. This is not some crime that was to happen in the United States. This is an international incident that will be handled by the Justice Department or the DOJ. He put black folks squarely in their radar. It's not like we already weren't. But this ain't a scandal. This gave them something that literally, because we see this nigga getting arrested. Let's not talk about Epstein. Let's talk about what we see here in front of us. Black men going to other countries buying cooch. Not only buying cooch, they're sexually taking advantage of little children. You don't think they're not going to flip this on us? Passport Brothers.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Keep your hand on the board.
Facebook pages.
That's Floyd.
You're being arrested for child exploration by the police of here. Okay?
One thing that was missing, and did y'all hear that? One thing you didn't hear was that so-called thing called the Miranda right. You have the right to remain silent. Anything that you can say and will be used against you. You are in a foreign country. You are subject to their laws. He told that policewoman told him right there on the spot what he was being charged with. There's no denying that. Child exploitation. You can't spin that. You can't say, well, no, that it was AI and all that. No, we literally heard that policeman tell you what they came to get you for. And for all of us that's been to foreign countries, if you've ever been to Japan, when the Japanese police come get you, you're guilty. They're thorough. If you go in the description, it tells you about some of the laws of what goes on in Brazil. And they don't play with this child exploitation shit, to be quite honest with you. And I hate to say this, but I don't think my man is going to survive. He will be dealt with in prison. He won't be passed around. He'll be dealt with. He'll be dealt with. Somebody in his family might as well go ahead and, dare I say it, get dressed up. Put your Sunday best on, because it's not going to go well for him. In a Brazilian prison, we got a lot more to cover with this, folks, so let's continue.
That's it. That's it.
Child exploitation. There's minors here. Okay, so the report says, now this is bad for Floyd.
You are miserable.
This is horrible. We have it on camera, too.
I've seen him do it.
He's arrested right here. The footage is right here. The reports are coming in right now. This is bad. They're saying 4 girls were taken. We have no sympathy for motherfuckers like him.
None. 0. 4 girls were in that room with him. When the police came and got him, there were 4 minors in that room. See something, say something. So if it not been for the Lyft driver that noticed his unusual activities of always having young girls around him, taking them up to these shitholes. Remember that if we get time to talk about Nikki Manaj. And that's one thing about the ABT, how you doing? That's one thing about these passport bros, folks. Again, I've traveled extensively, especially while I was in the military. And where you never see the passport brothers at? In good places. My good friend Dre used to describe them places that they hang out at as dirty foot countries, because that's where you see these passport brothers at. And here it is right here in front of you. Look where they arrest him from. Look where they arrest him from. Look.
Lock his ass up.
Once again, the report. A North American man has been arrested in Sao Paulo accused of raping and sexually exploiting children in Rio de Janeiro. Floyd Wallace Jr., 30, was located in Liberty neighborhoods by officers from the Department of Child and Teen Victim with support from the Sao Paulo Civil Police. Floyd Wallace, in 4K, arrested for child exploitation and rape. These folks.
Floyd Wallace Jr., how you think your daddy feel right now? How you think your mama feel right now? How you think your whole family feel right now, knowing that you made international news, going across the water? Let me ask y'all supporters something. How y'all feel? How y'all feel that you've been supporting this man for years? How y'all feel? I'm happy for him too there. I'm happy for him too, ABT. Sure am. Getting what he deserved. Sympathy for Floyd is in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. Which one you want, Floyd? No sympathy. Hey there, Tay. How you doing? How you doing? No, you know, folks, if somebody want to come up, or if anyone wants to come up and help me along this road of what we're going to do here today, let me go ahead and copy the link right quickly. But listen, let's keep it on topic here. Okay, the purge is coming up. So if you folks want to go over there and argue with each other on the purge, go do that. But here, please, let's keep it on topic. Is that it? No, that's not it. I think that might be it. Let me see. Hold on just a second. Yeah, that's it. That's the link down in the chat room there. I've seen everybody else. They have pretty much covered them by themselves. But you folks know a lot more about these fellas than I do. And I don't mean that in a negative way. But I've never heard of this guy until this breaking news. I've seen him around. But speaking of hearing about him, I think the last time I heard anything about them, he was in the airport somewhere begging his supporters to get him back home. So ask the supporters again, how do y'all feel now? How do y'all feel that y'all were part in for the facilitation of getting this guy back and forth so he could do the things that he was doing? How y'all feeling? Some of y'all shaking in your boots, ain't you? Because you know your connection with him, because he got your phone number. He got your email. Y'all wasn't expecting him to get caught, so you didn't have time to cover up, to cover your tracks. Too late. Well, they're going to get you. He sure does, Tay. He looks unkempt, don't he? He looks unkempt. And for someone to say that's traveling, he looks dirty at all times. He looks homeless at all times. Every time you see him, from what I understand, listening to LTTV, he's been wearing this same red shirt for a while. He sure does. He looks grimy. But let's continue.
Deserve to be under the jail for this filthy work. Passport broing it up, going to other countries. Yeah, so as it pertains to Floyd has been in Brazil soliciting minors. And we've seen it before as we covered his footage as he's been live streaming. Folks really wanted to call us haters, talking about we're dick policing and doing. It's like, pause, bro, first of all. Secondly, it's like if somebody's going out there showing video footage, showing the evidence of them soliciting minors and doing filthy work, why would we not cover it and call it out?
Absolutely, LT. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we cover it? Why wouldn't we say something about it? What's worse sometimes, folks? The person that's doing it or the person that sits around and does nothing about it? Yeah, they're going to get him, ABT. Whoever, absolutely. I want you to, for some of you passport boys, brothers that's in the audience, that's up there in the clouds, look at that comment right there on the screen. Whoever paid him for that, whatever footage, your ass is grass. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. You can't cover your tracks now. It's too late. When they arrested him and they took his phone, he didn't have time to clean up nothing. He didn't have time to delete nothing because it was unexpected. This was just going to be a regular night of him shorty snatching and then showing y'all what the next day or what he did.
You hear the female officer saying that he's arrested for child exploitation?
Sure did.
The report says a North American man has been arrested in Sao Paulo accused of rape. Accused of raping and sexually exploiting children in Rio de Janeiro. Floyd Wallace Jr., 30 years old, was located in Liberty neighborhood by officers from the Department of Child and Teen Victim with support from the Sao Paulo Civil Police. The investigation began in early December after an app driver reported a user used false name to request underage races. Underage races, I believe this is a typo. Nonetheless, this is very consistent with what we've seen Floyd do. Does anybody remember Floyd's name, the fake name that he usually uses when he's overseas in Colombia and in Brazil? The name he used to go by is Terry. He'd be like, "Mi nome Terry." He'll tell all the women his name is Terry. So apparently he was telling Uber drivers, giving them fake names, and this is what's listed in the report. It says, in one of the situations, the children reported that they would meet an older man who would not speak Portuguese. On December 18th, 4 girls were also taken from the neighborhood of Rocha to Santo Cristo in northern zone of Rio. So this is bad, man. According to the transport company, the suspect used various accounts with fake or third-party names. We've seen this is very consistent with all the coverage we've seen from Floyd. He's been using fake names as he talks to these women. He tries to say it's for his protection because they're scoping him and X, Y, and Z, but he's dealing with minors. He doesn't want to have a trace or a trail back to himself.
And you're absolutely right. That's what the fake name comes in, hoping that they can't get traced back to him. So again, he's trafficking minors, folks, and he's telling these minors fake names. So if and when he gets caught, plausible denial. And he told me his name was Terry. But when you're over in these foreign countries, you stick out like a sore thumb, especially when you don't speak their language. It's not that your color that gives you away. It's the fact that you don't speak their language. Because there's dark Brazilians over there. There's folks in Brazil that look just like folks over here. Now, in the Philippines, it's a whole different story. You stand out in the Philippines because of your color. In Denmark, you stand out over there because of your color. But not so in the DR. Yeah, H.T. Baldwin, sure enough. And we see it right here. We see it right here. If I remember correctly, HT, we were in that stream, chopping it up in the lounge that day when they were talking about this guy getting stuck at the airport. I think that might have been Bomb Cherry's platform. We was over. Floydstein, and that's it. ABT. That's what they're going to do. They're going to turn the attention away from what's going on with Trump. Y'all see what's going on with all the different things that's coming out now. So I'm going to equate this to both sides of it. For those in the upper echelon that's protecting Trump, and those down there in the mud that was trying to protect or say that Floyd was a good guy, was it worth it? Because y'all going to jail. All those folks sooner or later just either covered this up that knew about this and didn't say nothing. There's going to be some consequences behind it. That's a guarantee. It's going to be consequences.
The real him. So where else? Where we at in this article? Yeah, he was arrested after police identified him in Sao Paulo, planning to flee the country. So he was planning to cut. He was trying to get the fuck out of there. He was planning to flee. Fuck on. And before he can flee, the police, they've been investigating him from early December all the way to now. So they got him.
See?
Against the foreigner, an arrest.
Again, see, early December. So they've got at least what? Today is the 24th, early December. So that got let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Say they've been investigating him for 15 days. You don't think they ain't been monitoring his phone? If this was just happenstance, the Child Protective Services wouldn't have been there. They weren't there by accident. They just happened to catch him red-handed. Yes, indeed. Happy holidays to all. I know some of you folks is not gonna have y'all. Some of y'all gonna be wiping your brow for the next couple of months. Some of y'all shitting bricks right now. Some of y'all on your computers right now trying to eliminate all traces of the connection with this guy. Tay, I said it earlier. I don't think he's gonna survive over there. I know one thing for sure. Being in Japan, one thing they tell you, the average lifespan of an American male in Japan is 4 to 5 years. Brazil, Sao Paulo, with all the drug cartels and all the drug folks they got locked up, one thing them folks hate worse than anything else other than snitches is shorty snatchers. Y'all remember the series The Sopranos? Remember what they did to old boy once they found out that he was, they're gonna do that threefold to him. It's not gonna be a pretty sight what's gonna happen to that kid in that prison. I'm saying kid just because it's just, but that animal. Hello, Stacy Soltz, 8722. Welcome in.
Warrant for grape of a vulnerable and favoring child exploitation was fulfilled, and the passport was seized. So his passport seized, chat. They took that shit. He's stuck in Rio. He's charged for child exploitation and grape. This is not a joking matter. This is very serious. Floyd is a filthy individual.
Filthy.
During the action, electronic devices, mobile devices, and a watch with a hidden camera. So this guy had a watch with a hidden camera. What kind of filthiness was Floyd doing without these women knowing?
You know what he was doing, folks. Y'all know exactly what he was doing. He was walking around these little countries with his phone and his hanging down, and he was taking what they call them. They use the term upskirt pictures. That's exactly what he was doing. Some of them put it on their shoes, some of them put it around their ankles, some of them wear it in watches. I still watch The Sopranos to this day, that Tay. I sure do. I love the show.
Bro had a watch with a hidden camera, telephone chips, and other materials were seized. Police are continuing to investigate to identify possible others involved and new victims. So they're looking into other passport bros that may be in connection with Floyd and any potential other victims, because this is international. This is not one country Floyd has been targeting.
Okay.
Floyd has been to many other countries doing this filthy business. So this is not a good look at all. They locked his ass up, seized his passport. You're not going to see foreign only upload anything else. We're probably not even going to see News Now Omaha upload anything either, because Floyd operates both of those channels. Floyd Wallace, 30 years old, arrested on child exploitation and grape. Absolute filthy work. Y'all can hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Make sure you join the members for extra member content. Austin Holloman, if he's guilty of this filthiness, I don't believe he is. From what I've seen, it doesn't seem as we've watched Floyd, we've watched Austin. Austin has done various zesty activities, and he's displayed various zesty mannerisms and behaviors, and a zesty story. But as it relates to grape and underage child exploitation, I don't believe that's the case with Austin Holloman. I have not seen anything like that.
Well, again, I don't think I would be exaggerating when I said this. Hey there, Miss J. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in. I don't think I would be exaggerating LTTV when I say this. That I think he's part of what's been going on. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Tay. When you say they found shorty snatching material on his computer, we're talking about this guy. Allegedly, I got to use that. Allegedly, AH. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm gonna say his name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. So, again, nasty work, folks. But we got a whole lot more to cover here. Nasty work.
We've documented them. We've watched videos. We've warned Floyd. We're like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Are you intentionally talking to young women, young children? Or do these women just by coincidence just look young and you're actually vetting properly?
No, sir. See
because
again,
we raised that concern.
More plausible denial. That's the problem. Listen, any grown man should know the difference between an 18-year-old girl or 19-year-old girl or 21-year-old woman, 31-year-old woman, just by their facial features. And if that don't get it for you, wait till they open their mouth. If that don't get it for you, if you're still confused after all of that, wait till they open their mouth. It don't make sense. Stop giving these folks plausible denial or some reason to think that he was just confused about what he was looking for. No, sir. This is why he lasted this long. Again, no slight to your LTTV, but this is one of the problems that what we have. We're willing to give folks like this the benefit of the doubt. We should not know at all. No benefit, no doubt. Caught red-handed with minors in the room. And again, right there on the screen, for those that need verification of the article, there it is. Thank you, ABT. There it is right there. No breathing room. Give guys like this no breathing room. They shouldn't be on parole. I'm not going to tell you some of the other things that I think about these folks that go around snatching up these children. That's what should be done to them. But hey, maybe I'll get a Rumble channel one day and tell you what I really think, because they don't give a damn what you say over there.
Because there's many women that look very young on his channel and they're like, bro, what are you doing out here? He's going to be auditing his own channel. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Chat, make sure you hit the like button. We out. Yeah.
All right then, folks. Again, should not be any excuse. HT Baldwin, I think regardless of your sexual orientation, we all should be disgusted by this, because this is a direct reflect on all black men, because the passport dudes have an audience. And like LT's TV said, when we pointed out, we either tallywhacker policing, or we jealous, or we mad because he out doing this thing. No. But the signs were there. They were obvious. Even on this side of the globe, folks, it was obvious that this man was sick. And I'm going to show you something here. But y'all listen to this while I go pull up this next stream here. Hold on.
Black people love Trump. I got the biggest vote. I got the biggest vote with black people. They know a scam better than anybody. They know what it is to be scammed. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Black people love Trump. Black people love Trump. Black people love Trump. Black people love Trump. I appreciate it. Let me tell you. They scam better than anybody. They scam better than anybody. They scam better than anybody. Let me tell you. They scam better than anybody. They know what it is. 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 They know. I appreciate it. Black people love Trump. Black people love Trump. Black people love Trump. Black people love Trump. I appreciate it. Black people love Trump. Let me tell you. They scam better than anybody. They know. They know. They scam better than anybody. Let me tell you. I appreciate it.
You niggas are crazy!
this is another young brother right here. I don't think the reason why I started off with LTTV was because to me he broke the story. So I'm going to give him credit where credit's due. First place I see something, especially when I'm reporting on it. But as I'm looking at it, some other folks sent me some information on this guy's. I thought I downloaded that video, but I didn't. And I'll put the link in the description. But well, anyway, let's talk about this. The difference between these two men that we see, LTTV, and this young kid that we're about to review here is, I think he was a little bit more, when I say active in the passport community, whereas I'm not sure if LTTV was, and I'm only guessing at that because it's based on this conversation. No diss. I'm not saying that you were part of that, but I'm saying is, there's two type passport brothers. Those that understand why they're going across the pond to do what they do, and those who call out those loose niggas that's over there lying, talking about they got all this, they doing all of this, and come to find out they over there snatching up shorties. But anyway.
Quiet. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Keep your hand on the board. Keep your hand on the board.
Yeah.
Surrender. You're being arrested for child exploration by the police of here. Okay? That's it. That's it.
There's pictures of them.
But we got Fred.
No.
And we got Floyd. Floyd is a subscriber of mine. He was on one of my live streams. He said he was inspired by the video, so he came out here to Brazil. That means a lot that people are actually watching the.
So let me ask you folks, who is that in the screen right there? Who is that right there? Let me back it up a little bit. Who's that on the screen? Let me back it up. Let me make sure his face is there again.
Exploration by the police of here. Okay? That's it. That's it.
But we got Fred. And we got Floyd. Floyd is a subscriber of mine. He was on one of my live streams. He said he was inspired by the.
Who's that? Anybody know who that is? So what, birds of a feather flock together? So you don't think these two dudes knew about what each other was doing? They're hanging out together. You don't think they knew exactly what the other one was doing? Or am I guessing? Yeah, or am I guessing? Hey there, maybe Mason, how you doing? Am I guessing?
Video, so he came out here to Brazil, and that means a lot that people are actually watching the videos to the point where I inspired him to come out here. Now, Floyd came out here with nowhere to stay, so we got to work on him getting him an Airbnb or a hotel.
Why?
That was a bold move.
Why would you go somewhere? Why would you go to another country with nowhere to stay? Why? I know if you're booking a vacation, don't you make sure the hotel and the airfare and book the round trip, or are you just going there hoping that you can lay up under somebody? Nowhere to stay. My man hooking him up though, huh? We're gonna make sure he's taken care of. Why would you go across the pond with nowhere to stay? Hey there, Club Fortune. How you doing, good brother? Good to see you, my man. Why? Well, like I say, folks, birds of a feather flock together. We see three of these dudes hanging out together. You don't think that they don't know what each one of them's doing? You don't think that they're talking about their exploits? You don't think, man, guess what I did? Nigga, guess what I did? Nigga.
Bring no clothes either, so we're gonna have to take him to the mall and get him some gear. And cut
no
his hair
clothes.
Too. I need to get my haircut too. We're gonna get Floyd all the way together. Right about that. And we're gonna let him get a testimony of what it was like being 2 weeks with Austin. And did he experience what the hell I hyped up out here?
What up, guys? This is one and only Travel Time with Paul. Make sure you like and subscribe. Share this video. The year just couldn't end without the passport bros taking yet another L. And it's got to be one.
Tay, I was thinking the same thing. A homeless passport. How the fuck do you do that? How do you leave the United States with no luggage, no money, no food, no foreseeable plans of how you gonna live when you get to another country? Ooh, why would I eat cheese? Why folks come in there asking questions like that? What you mean? Do you eat cheese? What do you mean? Wi-Fi XP? Why the fuck would I be eating cheese for? What that's got to do with the conversation? Huh? What you come in here with that for? Why would you ask me that? You picked the wrong. Hey, listen, Wi-Fi. You picked the wrong guy to act like I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna be nice right now. Don't test me. Don't test me. If you got something to add to the conversation, that's one thing. But if you come in here to be a troll, trolls don't last long. Okay, well, answer the question. Why would you ask me if I eat cheese? What is so important about you coming into this live stream where we're talking about folks going across the water to molest children? What would be the importance of you asking me about cheese? I'll wait. Huh?
One of the biggest L's in a long time. Floyd, damn. But before I get into the topic of the video, I would like to give my mini monologue. Now, guys, you got some guys in my comment section saying that my content is getting tired. Well, I got a travel vlog that's coming pretty soon. And I will not be announcing the country that I'll be at. Once I upload the videos, y'all just gonna have to find out the hard way. Y'all, you know I can't let none of y'all, I got too many enemies out there to let anybody know what's my next move. So if the travel vlog video doesn't do at least 5,000 to 6,000 views, don't say I didn't try. Cause if it ain't broke, I shouldn't fix it. In other words, if my story time videos or just my regular commentary videos are doing better numbers than travel vlogs, y'all can't complain when I don't upload travel.
Well, again, like I said, this young man seems to do some extensive traveling to different countries. So this is why I chose his video. But he does ramble. But there's some things that he'll say that caught my eye.
Vlog style videos. But I digress. Now, before we discuss this topic about passport bro Floyd, I want to play the video. I want to play this video for y'all. And I think this news station that I'm about to react to is out of Brazil, if I'm not mistaken, because everything is in Portuguese. So I'm gonna play the video for you guys and I'm gonna come back with my commentary.
Police in Sao Paulo arrested an American man who was sexually exploiting children in Rio de Janeiro. His detention was at a downtown hotel. He described himself on social media profiles as a sex tourist. The text then includes a series of excerpts.
Okay, that's one thing. Who travels and identify themselves as a sex tourist? Let me stop. Let me talk on that for a minute. And this is no disrespect to the women in the chat room. But you mean to tell me, as a grown man, all these women in the United States of America, all these grown women, all different shapes, sizes, colors, y'all decide, as the passport brothers, there's these group of brothers that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the people that's legitimately going across over to have vacations. I'm talking about those folks that identify themselves as sex tourists. Ain't no whore houses in Georgia. Ain't no whore houses in Florida. Ain't no whore houses in Ohio. As a matter of fact, if you go to Las Vegas, it's free. It's called the Bunny Ranch. You can go out there and spend money and get all the cooch you want. You know what the difference is? Here in the United States, pussy costs. And the more you passport brothers hang around complaining, the price of pussy go up for y'all. So the easiest thing for you to do is go to another dirty foot country, as my man Dre would say, and spend about 10, 11 pesos and get all the cooch you want. Because you ain't got enough money to go to the bunny ranch. Because they're going to charge you about $3,000 out there for a night of passion. That all you're going to take away is some memories. And some of y'all might walk out with a wet ass. Point blank. And I'm still trying to figure out why this motherfucker came to my chat room and asked me why do I eat cheese? Do you? What be wrong with y'all, man? See, this is the point. This is what LTT is talking about. All these folks that come in here that want to try and distract you from talking about these niggas. All the coochie here in South Carolina. They made songs about it. All flavors. Baskin Robbins, 31 flavors of women here in the United States. Y'all got to go to a dirty foot country. You never see them in places like what? Look at that.
As soon as they entered the room, the American, identified as Floyd Wallace Jr., 29, was arrested in the Liberdade neighborhood in downtown Sao Paulo. In game. He threw himself to the ground and was handcuffed.
He threw himself to the ground. Now, that's, again, this is important because I'll drop the link to the video that I watched earlier. I think this guy is kind of, when I say touched in the head, I think he's kind of a sado. I think he enjoys pain. I think he enjoys inflicting pain on other people.
The operation was carried out by teams from the Homicide and Personal Protection Department in support of civil police officers from the state of Rio de Janeiro days. According to information from the Child and Adolescent Police Station, the American is accused of raping and sexually exploiting several children. In conducting their inspection of the hotel room where he was lodged, the police...
Okay, let's stop right there. Look at all that equipment there, folks. You don't think he was... After he was doing what he was doing, you don't think that he was sending that information, that laptop, that phone, and all that? You think he had time to get rid of all of that? He's done. He's cooked. Cell phones, thumb drives, all kinds of shit of him literally chronologizing what he was doing and who he was sending it to. What's that guy's name that came out and asked me about the cheese? You wouldn't happen to be friends with him, would you? And coming up here trying to distract me, would you?
Police found a significant quantity of electronic equipment, including files containing child pornography. They also
including files that contain child porn. And somebody was trying to talk about we tallywhacker policing when we was calling this out over a year ago. Something strange about that guy. Something ain't right. The women he always around is some young women. He always talking about this. He always talking about that. Remember when the guys was talking about including Fatty and all of them? I see his stream is starting to come back around again. How soon do we forget that those guys over there, Fatty, Aaron O, and I forgot who else was on that panel talking about, yeah, if it was legal, they would sleep and marry 12-year-old children. That already tells you what kind of man they are anyway. To even think that if it was legal, I would do it's already, their morality is already in question. So what would make me think that he wouldn't be hanging out with this guy here in Portugal doing the same thing? Birds of a feather flock together.
seized a variety of items such as pen drives, memory cards, a notebook, a computer, multiple cell phones, some stuffed animals, a watch with an embedded camera, and various other telephone devices. At the
Now, let
start
me
of
back
December,
up.
law enforcement commenced an
Let me
intelligence
back up just a little bit. Let me back up. Hold on.
the significant quantity of electronic equipment,
I want to show y'all something.
including files
Show
containing
you how
child
diabolical
pornography.
this dude
They
is.
also seized.
Y'all see that right there? Those are one of those cameras that you can put through a little peephole or something. He had it all. He had all the latest in pedo equipment. Look. Damn it. Look, he had all the latest in pedo equipment. Look at that, folks. On full display. He had it laid out. Look at that.
Pen drives, memory cards, a notebook, a computer, multiple cell phones, some stuffed animals, a watch with an embedded camera, and various other telephone.
Again, what's the significance of the stuffed animal? The eyes or the nose is where the camera is at. Looks innocent. But I guarantee it, there's a camera in that teddy bear. I'll guarantee it.
Devices. At the start of December, law enforcement commenced an intelligence operation following a report from a ride-sharing driver. The driver stated that a user who had used a false name requested a ride with two minors whiners. During the ride, the man spoke with the children who said they were going to meet an older man who didn't speak Portuguese.
Okay, another question is ride sharing. It's staying in all these hotels and all that. We saw earlier that he was in Brazil with no money. He came there with no place to stay. So who supported him? Who gave him all this money to where he was able to call ride share and stay in hotels? I wonder.
Knew him. That's when the civil police were contacted. On December 18th, the police identified a user who had requested another ride with four underage girls. During monitoring.
Absolutely, they're still doing it. They were doing it while they were investigating. The police allowed them to do it. And that's one thing I don't like. But sometimes when you got it to catch a thief, sometimes you got to catch them red-handed. You got to catch them red-handed. Right. Who was supplying him with money? If he went over to Brazil, we just saw it earlier. He said it himself. And the folks that he was with said he came over there with no clothes, nowhere to live. So who was fronting him? The live streams? Or was he selling this pornography? What was he doing? How was he able to sustain himself? How did he get over there? Because the video that I saw earlier, folks, that where he was on this side of the world engaging with some policemen, believe it or not, that same red shirt that he had on, still had on. Damn. Could you imagine the smell?
Agents identified that the American had traveled to Sao Paulo the previous Saturday and was planning to flee the country. This is where the teams established a perimeter to prevent his escape. A temporary arrest warrant was served for the crimes of rape of a vulnerable person and facilitating the sexual exploitation of children. His passport was also seized. The investigation also revealed that the criminal had self-identified.
Now, of course, sometimes, folks, when you want to know who is defending him, you have to go into the mouth of the lion, so to speak. But instead of calling out what he was doing, you know what they were over there saying? Damn, she's speaking funny. Damn, I can't understand her. That's not the point. So blame her for her accent instead of talking about what you see in front of you. A grown man on this part of the world going to another country exploiting children. And some of y'all helping him. That's right. Listen, I don't. We know his name. We know his name. I won't mention it, but we know his name. He got something to do with this too. Guarantee it. His name will come up pretty soon. Guarantee it.
As a sex tourist on social media profiles. According to the civil police, Floyd
Wait a minute.
is a U.S.
Put him. Wait a minute. Put him up full mask. Hold on just a second. Where my man at? Hit me one time there. I won't call him Jason Bourne, but anyway, put him up full mask.
This man is Jason damn Bourne. Put him up full mask.
Look at it. Unkept looking. Take a good look at that, folks.
Citizen and has a channel on a video platform where he posts videos of himself resisting police.
Now, this part is important here also, because all those folks that subscribe to him, whether you're innocent or whether you're guilty, whether you enabled him, somebody is going to contact you. I can guarantee you that they're going to contact YouTube or Google, and everybody who subscribe to this guy, especially those long-term subscribers, somebody coming to your door. You got some explaining to do. If you are a member of this channel right here or his other channel, this is the channel that I'm talking about here. Cop Watch. I spoke on this earlier. There was a video that someone sent me of him walking around antagonizing the police. One time he did it, the police hit him with that taser. But to hear him say, ooh, I just got a thrill out of that. I got a charge out of that. He antagonized those people for so long. And I gotta shout out the police on this, because normally when they run into crazy fools like that of a darker complexion, they light his ass up. But the video I saw, they talked to him, but he's kept one of these guys. You know how they go around saying, I don't have to show no ID. But let me tell you folks something. Y'all better stop with this YouTube shit because you see it on YouTube thinking it's going to work for you. I'm not saying you don't have a right to ask the policeman, what am I being charged of a crime? But the easiest thing to do sometimes is just to hand them your fucking ID. I know that sounds like, for some it may say it's a cop-out, but damn, I'd rather be a live chicken than a dead duck. Call me what you want. I'd rather go home and be mad about the police stop me for no reason to get lit up because I'm saying, hey, I got the right to walk away from you. Drop my bag. I don't have to drop my bag. This is the video that I saw earlier. I'm surprised the police were as patient with him as they was. But all these folks that's on this Cop Watch channel and all these other YouTube channels they had, y'all gonna get a visit. What's up there, APTV? How you living, good brother? Good to see you.
His approaches and being arrested in various states of his native country.
Put him up full mask. Look at that. Man, I'm living, chilling. I can't complain. Living all right, brother.
The foreigner has a criminal record in more than 3 U.S. states for crimes such.
Has a criminal record in more than 3 U.S. states. Serial criminal. But again, like the upper echelon of what we've seen on, like H.T. Baum once said, of them folks that's enabling Trump and all those other folks. We see it down here at this level too. Because there ain't no way that you're going to tell me that some of y'all supporters didn't have the wherewithal to go and see what kind of dude y'all was dealing with. You knew his name. All you had to do was to go and type it into some registry somewhere, type his name up. And if he had a criminal record, it would have showed up. You know his name.
As resisting arrest. disorderly conduct, and assaulting a police officer. The combined sentences could reach
Perp walk.
34 years in prison.
34.
Investigations.
34 years. He's not going to last that long. They can say 34 years all they want to. I guarantee you he will not survive 34 years in a Brazilian prison. They might pass him around for a little while. They might punish him. They might offer him up as a sacrifice to a Big Hammer and Harry, who've been in solitary for the last 8 months. Here you go. Because the laws over here are not the same as the laws over there. And do you really believe that the United States is going and retrieve this guy from that Brazilian prison? Do you think that the Justice Department is going to send him back to us? Unlike the dude that, what was that, Korea or China, Singapore went over there and got caned? Unlike Brittany Griner, who was over there with some marijuana sticks or whatever that she had. Do you think there's going to be an international call to arms about bringing this guy back? You're on your own, son. You are on your own. They say they are. They're going to make an example out of him, AP. They sure are. On this side of the pond and on that side of the pond. They're going to show you Americans that have come over there to these places, identifying yourself as sex tourists, what's going to happen to you when they catch you. And the United States is going to make the example out of you. If you go over there identifying yourself as a sex tourist, we ain't coming to save you when they catch you. All for weed. That's right, Tay-Tay. Was it worth it? All for weed. Was it really worth it? She's lucky. She's lucky, but I guarantee you if Brittany Griner had not been on the WNBA basketball team, that would have made that much news. Yeah, he's done.
Continue to identify and locate other possible individuals involved
To
in the
continue
scheme,
to
as well as
locate
determine
and
if there
identify.
are new victims.
Or to determine whether there's new victims. This is an active investigation. So again, I say to all of you that subscribe to that man, that cashed app him, that sent him support, they come in to talk to you. You can't hide any of this because none of y'all knew that this man was under investigation for the last 20-some days. He wasn't prepared for what happened to him. We saw that. Talking about he jumped to the floor. He was scared shitless. That's why he hit the floor. But he had victims in the room with him.
Letitia Mean is in front of the federal police, which is investigating, right? And his arrest, where his arrest was made. Now searching for other members here in Brazil because this gang is international, right?
Gang.
Letitia?
This gang is international. Again, this is an international incident. Now, I'll say your first name, Austin. They're coming to talk to you, sir. Just based on that video that we saw right now with you, him, and that other guy. They're coming to visit you. They're coming to find out your affiliation with him. You better hope you're clean. Because I guarantee you, if he sent you anything having to do with child kitty, you'll know what I mean. Shorty snatching material, any of that sexually explicit material, you going to jail too. The only saving grace for you is the United States might not extradite you to Brazil. They might not. Ain't no guarantee. Again, I'm not a lawyer. But damn it, I ain't stupid either. What's the United States doing right now? They so-called cleaning house from all criminals. You think they're gonna mind? You think they're not gonna mind sending you to that? What's that? CCOT? Hold you there until the Brazilian police decide what they want to do to you, Austin, or anybody else. Y'all in for a rude awakening. Merry Christmas, unhappy New Year, because that's what you're about to run into. That's right.
Yes, William. And the police also want to know how many victims were targeted by this man, this 29-year-old criminal. The information we have is that he is here at the federal police headquarters in Sao Paulo, an investigation together with the civil police of Rio de Janeiro, because that's where these victims were targeted, right? The first identified victims, which we covered in this report, were alerted to the authorities by a rideshare driver about these teenage girls who were...
Again, you see something, say something. Hey, Shar. Hey, Daniel Barris. Shar don't work too hard now. You know, sir, it's the day before Christmas and all through the house, you know. She doing a drive-by. Appreciate you coming through, Shar. Always a pleasure having you, either on the panel or down there in the, as I like to call it, the listening lounge. Welcome, Daniel. My first time seeing you. Welcome, and thank you for dropping in.
Going to meet this man. They said they didn't have much information about him, that he was a
I'm sorry,
foreigner
folks.
who didn't speak Portuguese.
I gotta say it. That woman with that police outfit on, she thicker than oatmeal. Damn it, man.
And this raised an alert among the police at the apartment. Our first live report was in front of the apartment, a kind of hotel, a lodging platform where he was staying in Sao Paulo. The police believe that in recent days he had been using this location as an escape route to return to the United States. Everything was very well planned. He already knew when he should post all this so that the police here in Brazil wouldn't find him. According to the investigation, he was even being financed to commit all these crimes here. Now, the objective of the Brazilian police...
He was being financed. The Brazilian police have all the information. That was the key to that. That's why I wanted to use this one. This lady is telling you that they already have enough information on him. They already know who you are. Whoever sent this man money, they're coming to get you. Ass is grass, and the Brazilian police is the lawnmower. I guarantee you right now, if they haven't gone to get somebody by now, I would say, what's today? They're gonna wait till after Christmas, probably 26th, 27th, or 28th. We're probably gonna see Pam Bondi or Cash Patel or somebody from the Justice Department doing a news story on this, because I don't really think it's hit mainstream media yet until. Yes, sir. Guilt by association. You can believe that. Guilt by money in some cases.
Federal Police, the São Paulo Civil Police, and also the Rio de Janeiro Civil Police, William, is to count the number of victims and also listen to these families, and also we will continue to follow up, William.
Thank you very much for the information. Key role, isn't it, when police forces collaborate? That has been very effective, right? Increasingly, Willen and the police are integrated, you see? You start an investigation in one state and finish it in another. This partnership is very important for combating organized crime. As in this case here, he's in jail and can provide information to others.
Organized crime. That's how the Brazilian police and the Brazilian government is treating this. Organized crime. And right now, this guy, Floyd, because they're considered to be a little fish in a big pond. A little fish in a big pond. Why? Because he just said, we're going to lock him up. He's going to tell us something. He's going to tell us who financed him. Because again, how did you get over there with no money? Yeah, you got a passport, but why would you go somewhere knowing that you have nowhere to stay? And all that electronic equipment, laptops and teddy bears and all that other stuff that you had. Where did you get that from if you had no money? Who provided all that equipment to you if you had no money? Huh?
The criminals who are in Brazil participating in this sex tourism, which is what he even
declares himself to be doing on social media, right? Yeah.
Floyd, damn, boy. Say it ain't so. Damn, damn, damn. One thing you don't want to do, you do not want to go to a Brazil penitentiary. You will wish to God you was back on American soil and one of their penitentiary eating peanut butter sandwiches from 1996 in this bitch. Cause the stories I've heard down in Brazil, the shit that happened in the penitentiary there, especially what he's allegedly being charged for, is not looking good for him. His manhood being taken will be the last thing he's about to worry about.
Okay, he right about that. But sometimes, folks, you ain't got to throw the word allegedly in there. We saw it. We saw him getting arrested. So stop using allegedly. We saw what him getting arrested, and we heard what he's getting arrested for. It ain't no alleged to it. We didn't hear you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. We heard that lady tell them you're getting arrested for child exploitation. I don't know him, Miss J. He just happened to be, as I was looking for this stream, he just happened to pop up in the algorithms, and that's sometimes the best thing to get a clear picture of something without any bias is to use someone that you don't know. So I don't know him, but I did, as with any other folks, I did tag him to let him know that I was going to be reviewing his stream. So if you're out there, my man, no diss, but hey.
But before I discuss before I give my commentary to this video, let me say this to these passport bros. Y'all see how they running and scattering like cockroaches when you turn the project hallway lights on? He's not a passport bro. He's a pookie. FYI, all you Negroes are pookies.
FYI, all you Negroes are pookies. That goes back to just what I was saying. All the coochie in the United States of America. I can understand, fellas. I ain't talking to the ladies. I can understand if you're going across the water somewhere and you run into a lovely and y'all have a, as they say, Stella got a groove back kind of moment. That's understandable. But these guys that we're talking about, their sole purpose is to go over there. He identified himself as a sex tourist. His sole purpose, all this goodness here in the United States, he decided to go to a dirty foot country. And another thing, being in the military, and I'm sure for some of those that's going to hear that's been in the military before, we've run into these passport guys. They get mad at us because you know what? As soon as, say, if you're in the Philippines, as soon as the ships come into the harbor, they know their day is up. The Filipino chicks ain't, and the clubs ain't checking for them because they ain't got enough money. Some of them sailors is coming off them boats that ain't spent a dime in 6 months. Ain't seen a woman in 6 months. Some of the Marines that's been out there in the field, or they ain't seen or smelt a woman in 6 months. You think them passport brothers got a chance with a cat that's looking to do just that? No disrespect, like I said, but it is what it is. It's a difference between being in the military or going over traveling somewhere and running into a lovely than it is to your sole purpose is to go over there just for that. Not to check out the beach, not to check out the culture. Your sole purpose of running across that pond is to get some cooch. Nothing else.
Y'all, see guys, this is what happened when you have a bunch of goof troops that's not used to being around women in their own country, i.e. the United States. They ain't used to being around women over here. They don't even know what American peace leaves smell like. So they take their asses to another country and they lose their damn mind. They doing shit they wish they would have done back in high school or college. They were squares and...
Is he lying? We hear it on these platforms all the time. These guys up there talking about the Al Bundy moments. I scored 4 touchdowns at Polk High. Every night we hear these same niggas saying the same shit of what they used to do or what they used to be. It's so damn disheartening. As folks consider me an elder, it's so disheartening to hear the so-called elders got to run back on the day that they were in high school of the woman that they didn't get in high school. So the best thing for them to do now, because Viagra helped them out, Cialis helped them out, whatever it is out there, or they got a dink-a-link rink. They go because they done been a failure over here their whole life. They done got this idea, hey, I can identify myself as a passport, brother. I can go over to the DR and get all I want at the low. For the low. Damn that high school girl. Damn Lola Falana. I mean, no, what's her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Dude still got a crush on Foxy Brown. Years.
Cornballs over here on American soil. Now they go into these other countries and you know they moving with this pookie behavior. But then they want to call this guy Florida Pookie. All y'all some pookies. Did you not get the memo? Look in the motherfucking mirror. Y'all all some pookies. All y'all do is sit your asses up on the internet all damn day. In your 30s, 40s, 50s, and even 60s. All you do is talk about ass, coochie, peace leave, like you ain't used to shit.
Is he lying? Is he lying? Every damn conversation, I don't give a damn what we're talking about on any platform. Sooner or later, one of these loose niggas gonna come up there and want to talk about how much ass they ain't getting, what's wrong with black women, what's wrong with women in general, and it all stems back to this. The next thing out their mouth, they're gonna offer some man, grown man on the panel, their tallywhacker to put in their mouth. You a bunch of sexually frustrated niggas on these panels. Because there's absolutely no way that if you streaming 8 hours a day, 9, 10 hours a day, every day, your focus is on women. Your focus can't be on solving the problem that you're complaining about. If I see you in a panel at 8 o'clock at night, and if I happen to leave my TV on and start watching me, and the next thing I know, there you are again on another panel that's completely started over, tells me two things. No pussy, no job. As we used to call it in the military, NPD, no pussy due, no pay due. You ain't making no money. And in order for you, I don't give a damn what you say, whether you in love with this woman or not, in order for you to partake of the goodness, you got to have some money. Whether it's paying some bills, buying a car, taking care of your children, taking their dinner, you got some money. That's the way of the world. I don't think folks understand sometimes when they say the oldest profession in the world is what? One thing I know now, again, no disrespect when I say this, a woman with some good cooch can never get laid off if that's what she chooses to do in her life. She won't get laid off. She might get laid up, but she won't get laid off.
Like you ain't never had no ass. That's all you do. And you wonder why black American men got this stigma hanging over our head. That all we do is think with our small head. All we do is roam these streets thinking about ass all damn day. Y'all proving them right. You the same guys so concerned about how the so-called pookies are making you look, giving you a bad image in a foreign country, but you giving yourself a bad image. Getting online talking about women all damn day. Online negotiating prices, talking about, oh nah, you ain't gotta pay her $150. You can give her $90 and she'll sleep with y'all all night. See? And when did buying ass become a flex?
Now tell before that right there. When did buying ass become a flex? When did paying for pussy become a flex? When did making it rain become a flex? When did going to a strip club and it become a flex? Or you must be a real man if you ain't got 4 or 5 women. If you ain't fucking every night, something wrong with you. When did paying for pussy become a flex? That used to, right, Miss J, that used to be something that folks were shouting, no, nigga, you paying for pussy? Really? So you mean to tell me you got to go out and buy some pussy? You ain't got no game? That's how it used to be in my time. You couldn't go around your fellas and say, yeah, man, I had to go and buy me some pussy last night. Niggas will laugh you out the room. You mean all them women that was in the club last night, you end up having to go to the hoe house? They said they want to make tricking great again.
And become, man, why is that shit so popular now? Then y'all want to shame guys who don't want to pay for ass now. Fuck that. Everybody don't want to do that goofy shit. Some of us actually got women who actually want to be around us without giving them a dime.
Okay.
Y'all some lames. And listen, in that video, as you heard, they labeled the Passport Bros a criminal organization.
Okay.
Like they was the Mexican cartel in the States. They treating the Passport Bros down in Brazil like how the United States is treating the Mexican cartel.
He not lying. Borrow your words there, APT. No lies detected. Because you just heard the news report. They called them a criminal organization. Actively being investigated.
They labeled them a criminal organization. And see, Floyd kind of brought this on himself. Getting online, talk about, I engage in sex tourism. He said it out of his own mouth. They used that against him. And Mr. Holloman, I heard you mention you talking about you going to Brazil next year sometime. Boy, I think you just need to lay low. Because the block was already hot for you in Brazil back in 2022 and 2023. Oh, it's on.
I can guarantee you, Mr. Holloman, if you go to Brazil, you will probably be arrested at the airport. I can guarantee it. If you think that you could go to Brazil to prove a point that they want to arrest you, I can guarantee you that you will get arrested if you take your ass to Brazil. Based on just that little video that I saw right there, they will hold you for questioning. If nothing else, if you're innocent, they'll let you go. But I guarantee you, if you step foot on Brazilian soil, you're going to jail. What's up there, Danny 2W? How you doing?
On fire now, it ain't just hot. I think they really want your ass.
Yeah.
I think the only reason they went out to Floyd because he's connected to you.
Okay, you heard him say it earlier. They're using him, hoping that he'll give up somebody else. And we also heard Austin earlier say, hey, guess what? These guys look up to me. The reason they became Passport Brothers is because of me. Boy, you painted a target on your back that I know damn well that you wish you didn't.
They still want you, dude. That's just my opinion. I think they still want him. They getting Floyd because they want the bigger fish. They took all Floyd electronic devices, his phones and everything. And y'all know him and Mr. Holloman, they still been keeping in touch with each other.
Okay.
Boy, ain't no telling what's in them phones between them two.
Okay, we saw it in this video here. We're going to have to take it. You don't think that whatever dirt that Floyd was doing, Holloman did not know about? Do you think if whatever his name is went to Brazil that he would not get arrested?
Allegedly. Because we don't even know if Floyd being framed or not. This can all be a setup. Floyd is a goofy dude. He's a widow. He do a lot of weird shit.
Okay. I don't give a damn. Again, more this alleged and set up. No, he wasn't set up. He wasn't set up. You clearly heard the police said this was an investigation. They started early. He wasn't set up. They didn't need to set him up. If it would not been for a tip from a Lyft driver, he probably would be doing exactly what he'd been doing. A Lyft driver said there's some nefarious activity going on. Y'all need to check this out. Child Protective Services was involved, so they expected either to find some children there to take them back to their parents. There's no alleged in this. It's all about who's next. Who we going to be talking about next? Who is going to be part 2, part 3, part 4 of Floyd going to jail in Brazil? Who's going to bring the breaking news of, oh, this nigga too?
And I never hung out with him in person, but I just couldn't see him really doing a lot of the shit they accusing him of. But then, when you look at the video, they showing the bears, the kitty toys in his room, all the multiple phones and shit. It does kind of look a little suspicious. It does look suspect, right? So, I'm gonna be one of them guys to just wait till more evidence come out before I just...
What more evidence do you need, fella? You just said all the evidence. They found sexually explicit material on his phone. What more do you need? What more evidence do you need?
Accuse this man of doing what they're accusing him of doing. I'm just gonna go with allegedly right now. Because you got a lot of guys, i.e. BMT and a lot of these guys, they already, we know he did it, he weird.
That's a blast from the past. BMT, y'all remember him? BMT was on the Passport Brothers years ago. Y'all remember him? BMT, homeboy from South Carolina. Years ago, he was on the Passport Brothers heads. But because he was calling them out, y'all decided to call that man all kind of things, talk about his family, talk about his children, talk about his other activities or whatever. Took him completely away from what he was talking about. Because he called this guy Austin out. He called this guy Floyd out on several occasions. A little suspicious. ain't no little suspicious about that. Right there, H. Ain't no little about that. Ain't no, listen, again, what more evidence do you need? He had all the evidence right there in front of him, was laid right there in front of you, young buck. It's right there.
Y'all don't want the skeletons come falling out of y'all closet and hitting the bedroom floor. Y'all trying to judge this guy, because ain't no telling what y'all...
I can guarantee you, I can guarantee you. Respect there from Oregon. Welcome in, Mr. West 41. Welcome. Listen, them type skeletons are never going to fall out my closet, fella. Never. Ever. Well, that type skeleton fall out my closet. Now, see, again, I don't know you. So I'm only going to go by what I hear. Me think thou are protesting too much. Because that's not something I would even have to worry about. I would not say, well, all of y'all that's running around talking about, wait a minute, let me back it up a little bit. So I want to make sure I heard what you said correctly, okay? I don't want to prejudge you. But let's go back and listen to this again, folks.
It does kind of look a little suspicious. It does look suspect, right? So, I'm going to be one of them guys to just wait till more evidence come out before I just accuse this man of doing what they're accusing him of doing. I'm just going to go with allegedly right now. Because you got a lot of guys, i.e. BMT and a lot of these guys, they already, we know he did it, he weird. Y'all don't want the skeletons come falling out of y'all closet and hitting the bedroom floor. Y'all trying to judge this guy, because ain't no telling what y'all got in y'all closet.
I wouldn't worry about it. You can come in my closet all day. Might catch there's a couple pants, some shirts, a couple suits. Think at the top, I got a couple boxes up there. Let me close that. Ain't worried about nothing falling out my closet. What about you? Me think thou protest too much. You got to worry about none of that shit ever falling out my closet. I don't know this fella, but it looks from reviewing you they see that some folks already know you, my man. I don't know. I gotta call it like I see it. I know HT Ball 1. I know Miss J. And they all say, now, the fact that you mentioned BMT, that did ring a bell. Because I remember BMT talking about you. Calling you a little. Anyway. I'm going to borrow my man. Let me get out of that.
Going to these foreign countries. I got an idea because I met some of y'all. But I'm not going to even say it. It'll come out eventually. If you keep doing the shit, the fuck shit, it'll catch up with you. See, this was happening when you give a goofball and a cornball a damn camera that ain't used to being around women stateside. They take their ass to these other countries. She really like me for me. She cook, she clean, she do all this goofy ass shit. But you're not telling these squares back home, you bought that ass. You paid for her to do all that shit. Don Banks, all these dudes. I ain't no hate, but I started my channel by giving it to y'all raw, keeping it real. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. See, y'all watch me, and I ain't got to show no women in my videos, and I get a decent amount of views. Y'all still come watch my videos. And you want to know what's crazy? They brought a Florida criminal record from the States.
Okay, let me stop that right there. Because I did go to your channel. Your thumbnail suggests that your content would be speaking about women in foreign countries. Because the majority of your thumbnails, young fella, are of scantily clad women. So to say, even though you don't have women, I don't know. I didn't look at all your videos. And this, to be quite honest with you, this is the only one I looked at. I just scanned through some of them. But looking at the thumbnails, judging by the thumbnails, seems to me when I click on that video or any one of your videos, you are going to be talking about women, particularly women in that part of the world. I put his link to his channel down in the description. If y'all think I'm wrong, by all means, go look for yourself. Ain't nobody come to see him, Otis?
They know shit he done to the state. They brought up, because y'all know, Floyd had this channel called Omaha News Now or something like that, where he was doing like, which I guess you could say police auditing. They say the people in Brazil brought up the fact that he was so-called harassing cops stateside. Talk about globalization. That boy, the world is getting smaller and smaller thanks to the internet. Now, a lot of these guys that just getting a passport, they're just traveling. I feel sorry for a lot of y'all. You know why? Because y'all ain't gonna get to enjoy the.
See, again, that's right. He's talking too much. You're right. Let them talk, and sometimes they talk and they paint themselves in a corner. So let me say something to you, young fella. If I decided to go to another country right now, I would not worry about the police looking at me as a suspect. Can you say the same? Can you say if you went to another foreign country that you would not be on someone's radar? I know I wouldn't be. I know several black men that if they travel to different countries, they are not on somebody's radar like that. You know why? Because they are going there for legitimate business reasons. They're not going to fulfill their YouTube career. They're not going over to tell you how easy it is to engage in the, as they say, carnal knowledge, whether it's lawful or unlawful. Fuck. Free, unsolicited, carnal knowledge. That's what fuck means. Y'all didn't know that. Free, unsolicited, carnal knowledge. Let me get a fuck in.
They done seen in these other countries like a lot of us got to enjoy back in 06, 07, 08. Hell, even before 2020, before the damn lockdown. Y'all ain't gonna even get it. Y'all have no idea what you missed out on. Cause a lot of these guys, these YouTubers, they don't blew the spot up. They don't taint it the data scene overseas now. And instead of them just going and mess with the pay for play women and pretend to be a fake ass playboy in these foreign countries, they done took their tail over there to these places like the Philippines and then got with women that wasn't a freelancer, that wasn't selling box, and did the same shit that they complained about women doing over here. They ran through good women that was most likely wife material and done tainted them. Now them women are traumatized and got trust issues.
Now, I chose this video for a reason, because I did watch it. Now, if y'all listening to this video, like I am right now, is he addressing the fact that this man, grown man, went over there and was molesting children? Has he really addressed that? Or is he trying to shame other grown men for going over and having a good time? Listen, if you decide that you want to go over to Brazil or any other country and pay to play, that's your business. But you're doing that with grown women. You're not addressing the reason that this man got arrested. And if you did, it was sparing.
They'll never trust a foreigner enough to even want to marry one. And if they do, they probably double cross them at this point, because they have a bad taste in their mouth as far as foreigners. Now you got all these passport bro goofballs on the internet. He ain't the passport bro. Y'all went saying that shit when he was claiming passport bro. Now y'all trying to disown him. All y'all some bottom of the barrel ass Negroes. Y'all ain't shit. None of y'all dudes. That's why no women. That's why if you was on fire on American soil, American bitch, when he would spit on you to put the flames out. Y'all bottom of the barrel dudes, and you going to foreign countries getting bottom of the barrel women. Y'all ain't shit. All y'all think just like this Floyd dude. He was just too dumb to not put his degenerate behavior on the internet, because he was trying to.
Do I need to say more? Don't condemn him for what he did. Condemn him because of where he put it. Don't condemn his actions. Condemn where he showed his actions at. You see what I'm getting at, young fella? I hope you watch this video, and I hope you make it to this far. You are part of the problem. Although you made a video trying to call him out, nothing about this video says that you're calling this man out. You just sat here for the last amount of time that I've listened to you talking about other men and what they're doing with their private life and their money, calling them goofballs, calling them that, calling them, but yet you have yet to mention the difference of what your friend was doing, or your man was doing, or your partner was doing, versus what you're talking about right now. He was over there exploiting children, sir. He wasn't over there dealing with grown women. There was not grown women in the room with him. He was over there exploiting children. He was over there trafficking children. He was over there taking pictures of children, videos of children, and disseminating through the internet. And somebody was funding that. This is what you should have been talking about. Not grown men, passport brothers, as y'all call them, going over to another foreign country to buy cooch. Sad as it is, it still has nothing to do with what your man did.
Capitalize off of it. And look what happened to him. It came back and bit him in the ass like an American blue nose or red nose pit bull. And it bit him in the ass hard. Now, it seems that won't be the only thing biting him in the ass or playing with his ass. He got to worry about Brazil dudes with dangle lanes probably this damn long, looking like a Subway sandwich. I mean, I wouldn't wish that on him. Man.
Isn't that strange?
Yeah, but it is what it is. That's why I tell guys, if you're going to travel, go to these countries and just get you one woman. Get your, if you're going to go to these, like, you're going to go to like these bars and mess with the so-called freelancers and the women that's slanging box, do that. But don't put it on the internet and try to pretend like that's not what it is.
Oh, nigga, please.
That shit. And I'm here to expose goofy dudes like that. Because you faking. Like, man, this shit is crazy. It seems like every December, the passport bros take some type of L. Y'all notice that? Last December, BMT got his lip busted right before the New Year's of 2025. Now this December, Floyd is all on Brazil news, getting sprayed with pepper spray, hollering, "I surrender, I surrender." And allegedly, they caught him with kitty, X-rated videos. Allegedly.
No, sir.
This shit.
No, sir. You finally mentioned it. It's nothing alleged about this. Again, he was not in the United States when he got arrested. So there's no such thing as a Miranda warrant. They didn't have to read him his Miranda rights. They told him why they were there. They told him of what charges. There's no alleged in this. Now, is he guilty? That's up for the courts to decide. But those charges are true. Those charges are actual and factual. There's no alleging these charges. These charges are legit. If he has a lawyer, the lawyer will figure out how much time he gonna get. But your man is going to jail. Will he last long in a Brazilian jail? Chances are 2, slim and none. Now, from listening to you, you seem like, that's why I said at the earlier of this, I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, but I wanted folks to see for themselves why I said you travel in those passport circles. Again, you can go into the description and look at his channel for yourself. But the very same thing to me that you seem that you started out with a bang complaining about is the very same thing that you do. Talk about going overseas, having sex with women. Going overseas, finding you a woman to have sex with or to have a wife. And there's nothing wrong with it. Hey, if you want to go over to another country and find your wife, that's your business. But you're trying to call my man out for putting it online. But you're doing the same thing. I hope you're not doing what he's doing. But in essence, you're doing the same thing.
It just don't even make no sense. All the mature ass down in Brazil. We talking about booties. We talking about booty for days. Voluptuous. Peanut butter. Mulatto. Mocha. Man, anything you want down there, mestizo. Man, you couldn't go find you a 20-year-old?
He's salivating.
With some perky twins on her chest? With some Tiggo biggies? With some beautiful juicy thighs like church chicken?
Man.
Allegedly, you just had to go mess with some little...
Look at it. See how you describe y'all women? Object. Nothing more than something to be played with. They'll be compared to chicken dinner. Man.
Kids. I hope this shit ain't true, but it'll be hard to say it's not true when you got guys going to the comment section that's reacting to this Floyd shit, where the age of consent down in Brazil is 14. That does not apply to foreigners. That's only for the locals, not foreigners. Take your American ass to Brazil and try to get you a 14-year-old and you 35 and see what's gonna happen to you. You gonna be just like Floyd, getting sprayed with pepper spray and probably getting beat. And then when they kicked the door open, they had big guns out on you, boy. Man, you would have thought Floyd was the leader of a Brazil cartel down in one of...
This is one point I wanted to touch on. What would you rather have, folks? A drug dealer or a pedophile? Which one do you think is worse? I don't know. If I had to choose one, I think I'd take the drug dealer. Pedophile is a sick individual. Something wrong with you. You had one part right. All those grown women in Brazil, why would you go over there and mess with shorties? All these grown women here in the United States, why do you feel the need to even go over there? They outnumber us. 2-1, if I'm not mistaken. 2-1. Why won't you clean yourself up, find you a job, make yourself productive instead of going over there being paid, basically, to record kiddie porn? And here again, we're about to get, listen. Let me let him finish out here.
The favelas down in Rio de Janeiro or some shit. The way they were treating him, that's just how serious they take that shit. So, make sure y'all like and subscribe. I will be doing a live this week on this matter, and it's going to be a great live. Oh, and by the way, I got a new camera. I got the DJI Pocket.
I appreciate that on the new camera, bro. If y'all folks want to go over and like, share, subscribe to his channel, the link is down in the description. You can do what you want to, but I don't think I'm going to be subscribing to you, brother. Nah. I ain't interested in what you're having to offer, but I appreciate you allowing me to use your channel there. But nah, I don't think I'll be coming back. The rest it's up to the rest of y'all, whether you want to go over there or not. But listen, let me play something for y'all. Before I get out of here, I should have downloaded. I was going to say I'm got some things I need to do this week. I have a party that I got to go attend to. So I was going to do this thing on Nikki Manaj. I'm just only going to speak on it just for a minute. I'm not going to pull out any videos because I ever since Moment for Life, I stopped listening to Nikki Manaj. That was what, 2006? I haven't listened to too much of her songs other than that. I'm glad on the radio station I don't get a whole lot of requests for her music. Thank God. But before we play this video, I heard this chick say that Donald Trump and J.D. Vance are role models. To who? And it's funny that these two subjects could collide because from what I understand, Nikki, your husband is a shorty snatcher. Are you trying to gain for a pardon for your brother? What would make you think it was all right to go to TPUSA and talk shit about us and thought that black people were going to still support you? From what I understand, folks, Nikki Manaj lost 10 million fans in the last 24 hours. YouTube, Instagram. Black people are running her over the coals, especially black women, as well you should. And from what I also understand there, Nikki, you don't even have citizenship here. Do you really believe that Turning Point, Letitia USA was the best place for you to pop your head out at? The level of Yassabossing, again, is wild to me. Listen, this has nothing to do about your political affiliation there, Nikki. If you would have went up there and talked political, that's on you. But you went up there and lied. Has nothing to do with your political or what you think politically. It's what you said and who you said it to and the audience that cheered you on. What's up there, Zero? How you doing, my man? Always a pleasure seeing you, brother. How you been? Happy holidays to everybody, by the way. I don't know if I say that too much. I'm not a big holiday celebration kind of guy. You know, all of mine is grown now doing their thing. So that's all I can say about that. But Nikki, since you like music, and I got to thank Shar for this. Shar sent me something a couple of days ago, but I'm gonna dedicate this next song to you, Nikki. I'll be right back after this, folks. Y'all hold on just a second.
Swing the wind makes God.
Nigga, what was you thinking? Ain't no moment for life, stars in the sky. You just actually, to me, Nikki, whatever career you had left, you just ended it. I can guarantee you probably will never sell another album in the predominant black community. I can guarantee you the next time you go on concerts. But let me say this. Let me say this, Nikki. Did you not hear what Charlie Kirk said about you? He said that you were a bad role model for black women, but yet you sit up on that stage with his wife. You don't think that, could you imagine some of the conversations they had about you in private? Could you imagine some of the names that he called you, Nikki, to his blonde-haired, blue-eyed, chunky wife? He said you and Cardi B were bad for black women all over the world, especially here in the United States. No one should ever consider you as a role model. He go on to farther to say that you writing songs like WAP. He didn't know that you didn't write that. WAP is how he said wet ass women parts or whatever. However he described it. Said that you were one of the worst things about the black community. They all the thing about this is with her Zero, the thing about what she did is by putting a target on her back. Enough people now have put it out there that she's not a legitimate citizen herself. ICE gonna come knocking to your door pretty soon then, Nikki. And if y'all don't know it, she has a $20 million home that's about to be foreclosed on. Yeah, go to my community tab. I posted it over there. Same thing with Snoop Dogg. Malcolm X said it best, folks. He told us about putting these athletes, these entertainers, and these wannabe guru, and in this case of the wannabe gurus, as our leaders, because you see where they lead us to. You see what happened. You see what happened with Snoop Dogg, Nikki Manaj. Is it worth it? Was it worth it, Nikki? I don't think it was. And before I get out of here, I got a few more minutes. I'll drop the link one more time if anybody want to come up and holler at something right quick, or tell me I was wrong for anything. I always like to come in at the end and give you an opportunity to. More than welcome. More than welcome. Let me see. Let me find one more thing here to play before I get out of here. I'll be right back, y'all. Now, hold on just a second. I guess I can. Yeah, I can do with it. This is what the Passport Pro brothers really want in life, folks. This is what they really want.
The black community, crack cocaine or processed sugar?
Hip hop and R&B.
Really? As a rapper, you say that?
I know what my job is.
Why do you say that?
Shoot guns, smoke crack, bitches. You know what I mean? The right beat.
Where the hoes, where the hoes, where the bitches.
Where the hoes, where the bitches in the crack at. Yay, yay. You
know what I mean? The right beat.
Shoot guns, smoke crack, bitches. Shoot guns, smoke crack, bitches. Shoot guns, smoke crack, bitches. Where the hoes, where the bitches in the crack at. Where the hoes, where the bitches in the crack at. Where the hoes, where the bitches in the crack at.
Sway.
Yeah, yeah. Shoot guns, smoke crack, bitches.
Where the hoes, where the bitches.
Shoot guns, smoke crack, bitches. Shoot guns, smoke crack, bitches. Where the hoes, where the bitches in the crack at. Where the hoes, where the bitches in the crack at. Where the hoes, where the bitches in the crack at. Where the hoes, where the bitches in the crack at.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't look for either one. Hoes, bitches, or crack. No, thank you. But it seems to me, again, I'm about to close out here in just a minute. Seems to me, folks, that's all they talk about. No matter what conversation is going on in any of these platforms, it all narrows down to this. the hoes, and the bitches, and where the crack. When I say crack, you know what crack I mean. That's all they talk about. That's their goal in life, to see how many women they can bed down. And when you call them out, you're a simp, you jealous, you're mad. Well, let me just go ahead and tell for all you folks that think I'm a simp, think that I'm mad, or think that I'm ever going to worry about how much coochie you get. I probably got more coochie than you will ever remember getting. I forgot about getting coochie. And the one thing about it, if you are who you are, if you're the man that you say you are, coochie come to you. You ain't got to hunt it. It come to you. You ain't got to go pay for it. It come to you. You do what you're supposed to do as a man. It come to you. And I hate to describe it that way, but you got to talk to these niggas in their language. Instead of worried about sitting up on the line, talking about on the line, hit the link. Or trying to use religion as a reason to put these women back in line, or COVID, or making fun that 70,000, 80,000, all these women have lost their jobs. Y'all don't care as long as y'all getting some cooch. Like I said, I forgot more about getting coochie than some of you niggas will ever remember. But anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's always a pleasure. Happy holidays to everybody. Again, be safe out there. If you're going to drink and drive, please call an Uber, call a friend, call somebody. I would much rather hear your story about how drunk you was than to read about you on the internet saying you didn't make it. Be safe out there and watch yourself for these, as I call them, loose niggas, or these wolves in sheep's clothing, because they're all over the place. They're all around us. Like, share, and subscribe if you want to. No need to. If you leave me a nasty gram, you know you're getting one back. All right? And what the dude that asked me about the cheese, see, when you show them that you're not up for bullshit, they get the hell on, don't they?
Look, all you motherfuckers been snitching for him and shit. Well, now you standing up in here, goddamn it, talking about preach it, preacher, preach it, preacher. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that. I'm gonna shoot your ass too, motherfucker. Keep on. You gonna get shot too, nigga. You gonna get shot. God bless the fool, goddamn it. God bless the fool. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna end this goddamn thing. Look, where's that goddamn money bowl at? Who got that money bowl? We're taking that money right now before you leave this bitch. We ain't leaving out here for free, motherfucker. Yeah. Y'all know the motherfucker ain't no good. You want, look,